Hello everyone, it's Bob, and I'm going to do my third video garden update. Today is the 1st of June, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Got a little shade on the garden beds this time of day. You can see here they both are, the big ones. The west bed's pretty much completely shaded, but it gets full sun pretty much starting at 7 a.m. The east bed is pretty much still in full sunlight, but that'll go away soon as the shade from our maple creeps over. So here in the west bed, we've got a lot of flowers on this pea plant. This one looks really healthy. It looks healthier than the one in the east bed. I can't for the life of me figure out why, but it is a really good looking group of plants. I think there's actually 8 plants there, but it's getting tall and just no signs of dieback, and looks like it's about to really produce. So that's exciting. This is our sun sugar tomato. Oops, sorry about the camera angle there. It's getting to the length where hopefully we can start guiding it onto the trellis. We want that to climb. You can see the radishes underneath of it are developing nicely. Oops, still a little small, but they're coming along. Next to that is our big sunflower. I gotta think that's over 3 feet tall. Really huge. Looks healthy. There's a few holes in the leaves, but nothing disturbing. That's of course connected to our pole beans, which are even taller than the sunflower, and they're working their way up the trellis. No flowers or anything yet on the pole beans, but they look really healthy. Back over on this side, here's one of our kale plants. We did harvest some leaves from this and sauteed them the other night. They were very tasty, and it's still doing really well. I wish I had smell-o-vision here, because I just fertilized all these plants with fish emulsion, which is actually this stuff. And it just has this terrible, outrageously terrible smell. But it's organic. And although we're not wedded to the idea of doing everything organically, we figure we might as well do as much as we can. But yeah, it smells horrible. This is the calendula. And I don't know what's going on with it. It's still growing really well, but it's a little bit, I don't know, tipped over or something. Yeah, we'll see, whatever. Seeds were free. This one is broccoli. I'd probably say a different, I'd probably call this cauliflower 50% of the time, but I'm pretty sure that tag says broccoli. It's about a foot tall. Looks, I think that the heat affects these brassicas like broccoli and cauliflower in flavor and not how they grow. And we just had a big heat wave that's now over. So we'll see how it tastes if it keeps going, but it looks fine. It looks really healthy, in fact. These are our basil plants. They've grown a lot during the heat wave. That really helped them. You can see you got a lot of leaves on that. That one's probably 2 inches tall. The other ones are a little smaller, but look really good. This plot used to be radishes, but I believe now is, I think Stephanie put parsnips in there. So we'll see what happens. They have a really long growing period. This is the oregano. You can see we've got a couple sprouts in there. So it's still going slow, but it looks like it's going. This plot these are carrots. The tallest ones are probably about 5 inches tall. They look really healthy. Really happy with how those are growing. Here is a mixture of different lettuces, like the speckly leaf kind here, and some of this like butter lettuce. I don't know if Stephanie picked any leaves from these ones this week, but we definitely could. They look really healthy, and we tried some, like I said, and from some of the other plots, and they tasted great. This is spinach. Definitely some of it is starting to bolt, so we'll take this out this weekend. But we harvested a ton of it earlier this week. That was really tasty. Same here. Exactly the same situation. This is our youngest patch of spinach. It's still growing. None of it's bolted. The heat didn't really affect it. So we'll let that go a while longer, hopefully harvest some more leaves. This is cauliflower, and it's pretty big. Not quite as tall as the broccoli, but it looks really healthy. It's got more leaves than the broccoli, hence a little bit wider. Really nice. Over here in the east bed, what is this there's a little tendril coming off the zucchini, or not the zucchini, the cucumber. I didn't notice that when I was fertilizing. But the cucumbers are looking good. Primed to start climbing. This is the sunflower. There's a lot of plants here, sorry, but this is the sunflower in the east bed. Really tall and healthy. Looks great. We want to support it with the trellis, but it seems we've got to catch it at just the right time to sort of weave it through before it grows more. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Brandywine tomato here. Really, really looking great. I don't know, a foot tall at least. Nice plant. The radishes around it are perhaps a little less developed than some of the other ones, but they look fine. You can see the red. This is the east bed's pea plant. It's really tall. I mean, probably knocking on 4 feet. But like some of the leaves are dying like this. I have no idea what's going on there. The plant generally looks healthy, and you can see we do get some peas. So, I don't know. We'll wait and see. Here's a big pea right there. Well, so anyway, it's nice to see some vegetables, even though there's something weird going on. Here are our bush beans. Apparently they like leaning on the trellis and don't like it when I take it away, but these had flowers, as I showed in the last video, and now there are some proto beans developing. Here's one. So that's exciting. The plant's totally out of control. It's huge, but I think the cucumbers will climb past it. So I don't think those will have any issues. Oh no, look at this. This bush bean. Stay away from that sunflower. Well, whatever, do whatever you want. Here are chives, getting shaded pretty badly by the bush beans, but they're growing well. They still they're small, and they never give you much of a sense of confidence, but they continue to grow. Marigolds, they've grown a lot since the last video. This kale plant we took even more leaves off of than the other one this week to eat. It's a pretty big plant. It's still probably 11 inches tall. Very tasty. This is either I think it's butter lettuce, butter crunch lettuce. We definitely harvested some leaves off of this. So that was delicious, and those are still growing and they look fine, so hopefully we can harvest again. Here's some of that heirloom mix with the red leaves and the butter lettuce and whatever that is, and the speckled leaves. We had some of that too this week. Still going, looks nice. Heat didn't hurt it. We did shade these, I should mention, during the heat wave. I don't know if I caught that on the video, but we took bed sheets and we covered the first 2 rows in each of the beds to spare them from the sun, because that's where a lot of our cold weather crops are. And it seems to have really worked well, and it was a lot cheaper than buying like a sun sail, which those are outrageously expensive. These are scallions. You can see they're starting to thicken up the way you sort of expect onions to. So those look nice. This used to be radishes. I'm pretty sure Stephanie put cilantro in here. Sorry about the wind. I'm pretty sure Stephanie planted cilantro in here because our other cilantro doesn't look good, as I've mentioned before. More lettuce. We harvested some of this, and it's still growing. Looks good. This is parsley, and they also seem to benefit from the hot weather we had. They look really nice. 1.5 inches at the tallest, maybe. The arugula is continuing to grow. You get those nice red veins. There's still some really small ones, and then some bigger ones. They seem to grow at really wildly different rates. I think, next time we plant some, maybe we should just carpet bomb the whole patch with them, and then just pick it as baby lettuce, or not lettuce, arugula. Sort of the same thing here. These are all closer in size, but still pretty small. But they look nice. Okay, I'll just back up again so you can see. Those are our square foot raised beds. And now to the containers. Yeah, I don't always pick up the hose. Get over it. Here is some of that cilantro that doesn't look great. It keeps growing, but I really regret not cutting that peat pod. Same thing here. You know, they're growing fine, they just don't look healthy. This basil looks very good. I should probably get this into the sun more. This side of the house for the containers is more shady than that side. So we put everything over here during the heat wave. And I just haven't taken the time to move everything back like I should. Here's more basil. Also looks good. Can't wait to make some pesto or something. Here's our refugee lettuce. One of them got eaten by a rabbit, but the other ones, I don't know. I don't have high hopes, but whatever. Here's one of those heirloom lettuces. This plant looks great. You know, it's growing slow, but it's really healthy. I think this is the butter lettuce. I don't know about those spiky edges, but also growing really nicely, a little bit smaller than the one next to it, but it looks nice. There's a marigold and another marigold. And on the other side of the bush, we have nasturtiums. The leaves, I don't know if they're supposed to be like variegated, but you know, they're sort of changing color. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. I'm sort of worried, but we'll see. Geez, these brassicas. This one's broccoli, apparently. Gosh, it's a foot tall, really big, looks really healthy. Little leaf damage from our chicken wire. Whoops. This one's cauliflower. Generally, the cauliflower plants are bigger and healthier than the broccoli ones, even though we started them at the same time. This is got to be our biggest brassica. It looks great. Catnip. Small, but growing really well. This is broccoli, and two of its big leaves got eaten, maybe 3. It's still growing, but yeah. You know, I wonder if I can get the rabbits to just eat that one, and then I can keep the rest. That'd be nice. Jalapeno. 3 inches tall, maybe. Looks really healthy. Really dug the hot weather. Thai chili pepper. 1.5 or 2 inches tall. Also looks really healthy. No complaints about that. This guy is cauliflower. Jeez, I don't know. Like the stem. Stem looks like it's almost rotted out. You know, who knows? I mean, the plant keeps growing, but it doesn't look very good. This is our Roma tomato, the Saucy Lady hybrid, and it's got these really big radishes in there with it, which we'll have to pick soon. And the tomato looks really nice. Again, the hot weather was great for it, so you know, hopefully more good things to come from that. Okay, I guess I'll close this video by saying that, you know, I've been doing these every week. I've gotten a lot of verbal feedback, like in person or on the phone, from people that they really like these. So, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to commit to doing these weekly, you know, all summer. But as long as there's something a little interesting, I'll continue to share. Thanks, and have a great weekend.